win. And, you know, next week is the Big Ten. Your whole mindset just changed. Especially me, it's like you wanna get in there and do extra of everything, anything you can do to prepare, so you don't lose.
Curtis, what do you remember about last year's game with these
guys? I know we were up, and then we let them score, and then they got a little momentum, and then we went into overtime. And then, you know, the defense made a big play, and then Carlos got in and scored. I know we got a W.
You kind of remember it just as a close call that, I don't know whether you escape's the right word, but you stayed perfect.
Well, I wouldn't say escape, but, you know, we got the win, and that's all that kind of matters.
You've already watched video on these guys a little bit, I would think, right?
Yeah, we watched a lot yesterday, and, you know, we're going to watch a lot today. So
when Melvin Gordon and White, what's the difference in them? What do you see that's different about the two?
Obviously the size. One is bigger than the other. One is faster. One's more of a power back. One's more as a speedster. So, you know, you got to control your gaps and make tackles.
Do you literally flip a switch in your brain when you see one in there instead of the other? I mean, talk about how you prepare, you know what I mean, from play to play facing those guys.
I mean, that's just kind of like you have Jordan Hall and Carlos Hyde. You know, one's more power and one's more shifty. So that's what I kind of compare it to.
What's it like playing in the shoe at night?
Words can't even explain what it's like playing in the shoe at night. The fans are crazy. And that's the main thing. You know, the fans are crazy, and they give us a lot of energy, as we call it, the juice. So, you know, that feeds through everybody, and at the end of the day, you know, it helps us play.
You ever wonder why y'all don't play every game at night? I mean, based on what you just said?
Well, basically, I like playing under the lights. It reminds me of high school. So, you know, for me, it was never a game during the day. So, like, the lights is just something that means a lot to me.
Curtis, you know, you guys aren't naive, too. I mean, from this standpoint, y'all have played 4 opponents a lot of people haven't got a lot of respect for. This is a game where everybody's going to be watching. Are y'all aware of that also, that poll voters, et cetera, you know, are going to put a lot on this game?
I mean,
you understand what I'm saying? I mean,
I understand what you're saying.
The game they're going to basically a lot of people determine how good you guys are.
Right, but, you know, that's for them to determine. All we can do is play.
Yeah.
And like Coach says, at the end of the year, people are going to form their own opinions about us. As long as we stick together and play together as a team, we have nothing to worry about.
We want to ask one of the linebackers this all, you know, for 4 weeks now. It seems like this position group has sort of been questioned by Urban in terms of depth and, you know, almost like the question mark of the defense. Is that something that you guys take personally, you know, each week to go out there and sort of like almost prove your worth, especially at a place that's kind of known for turning out linebackers?
Right. I mean, like I said, every week, you know, it's always a challenge, and that's great for us because you never want to stop working when you have, especially when the head man calls you out. So that just keeps us determined to keep fighting for what we want. So,
Curtis, if this determines your whole season, which it's a big game, obviously, you're playing another ranked team, and it's prime time and the whole thing. Do you feel that you've gotten enough out of the 4 opponents you've played to prepare you for this game?
Oh yes, because we got varieties of offense, different offenses. So, you know, like we play San Diego State, they kind of have a little similarity to Wisconsin, Sept for the tight ends usage. But other than that, you know, we have seen a variety of offenses, and we know what we have to do to prepare for these guys.
Does Wisconsin still mean the same thing when you hear that name now that they're under a new coach as it did last year under Bielema? I mean, do you still see the same offense, you know, pretty much?
Pretty much. I mean, the first thing you think of Wisconsin, powerhouse team. Yeah. I mean, big linemen, and they're going to pound the ball. They run the ball at least 40, 50 times a game. So you got to prepare for that.
And that hadn't changed from what you've seen on video?
No, it hasn't changed.
The running game obviously makes them go, what Stavi, their quarterback, what do you see in him, and what problems can he possibly pose?
If he gets time back there, he'll make a play. So, you know, us as a defense, we're going to have to get some pressure on him and, you know, stop the run.
Curtis, you said you've spoken with Ryan a lot. I'm just wondering about Josh or whoever's at strong. This would seem like kind of a vital week for that guy as well, especially since you have to account for the tight end and all that. Just talk about that.
Man, like I said, me and Ryan talk a lot just because we're best friends. But also, Josh, I mean, me and Josh I talked to him yesterday. I told him, I said, this week, all of us going to have to step up. So whatever you need to do, you got to do it because we want to come out with a W.
Curtis, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Curtis.
No problem.